I really, really want some coffee.
Just edited it and sent out a bunch of emails for like 3 hours over that latte. So good. Now I gotta go home, eat, and write a check to myself because I am my own boss and I have yet to give myself my own money. The entire concept of paying yourself is so new to me that I honestly am kind of scared of it. Because when you own your own business, you own at least two separate cards. The personal card and the business card. As it stands as of right very now, I have $0 in my personal card. And I have a lot of dollars in my business card. In order to get these a lot of dollars that I've worked very hard for onto my personal card, I have to write a check to myself. How egotistical is that? Woo! You gotta love that sound though. Once the weather starts getting nicer, I have to start figuring out what I'm gonna do with this backyard I'm paying for. Enjoy your new temporary home, metal chair. Love you. I love that so many of you guys are commenting that it's been like 4 or 5 years since you guys were reminded of my existence. One of you said that you were waiting since 2010 for vlogs like these, which is... Another one that I think is my favorite comment to date is someone said, Coffeedan 2, back with a vengeance. And then we went on a little bit of a spree about how second things are always better, like Spider-Man 2. And I made a Doc Ock reference, and I think I scared whoever commented that away. I'm sorry. I want to talk about a message one of you guys just sent me on Snapchat. My Snapchat is Cool Coffeedan right there. From a beautiful person called Magnus Haraldson. Goes, could you give us a run through about what happened in your quote unquote dark age, Shakespeare, of YouTube? If it was school, could you tell us how and what you did or doing and how you're enjoying it? Greetings from Evend Magnus, Norway. Wow. Also, one time some years ago when I was a fan of your sketches, I asked you a question in YouTube private mail and you answered, even though it was as simple as, why do you use a round lens cap thing? I was in 100% emoji when you answered me. Since then I felt like you're the first celebrity I talked to, and I have been kind of inspired by you to make my own movies and take media education. So I want to thank you deeply for helping me in my future. Thank you, Danny.
Oh, you guys are like nice as heck.
See, it's shit like that it's an amazing feeling. The dark ages that I guess is being referred to is when I took a few years off of YouTube and I kind of stopped out of nowhere in like fall, autumn time of 2012. I've been actually wanting to talk about these dark ages for a while. So it goes like this. Around August, September of 2012, I discovered girls, beer, and what it was like to go to high school parties. So up until that moment, I never attended any parties, and I was always that guy to just not show up. I remember the first party that I showed up to, it was like 8 people in a basement. They were like, Danny, you come to these things? And it was just like a feeling of like, wow, I've been missing out on on parties. So for the next year or so of my life, I tried to catch up in a way on what I missed out on in high school and middle school because I was making YouTube videos. And I felt like I had it all figured out. I'm like, all right, the YouTube thing is over, and now this is my life. I want to have fun with all the things that high school is. I want to be a kid for a little bit. And for that little bit, it felt really good. I feel like I was going 100% on the internet and 0% in real life, and that's not good. You need balance. And that quickly was proven to be true because the balance was thrown off again. I went 100% in the high school party socialization aspect of life, and I went 0% on in the internet, which also meant that I went 0% on creating, I went 0% on art, I went 0% on my passion. I just ignored it completely because the internet is what hosted all that from the very beginning.
Hi everybody, Best Pal here. I've been tagged for the 5 random facts vlog tag thing.
I remember one day in particular comes to mind when I was lying on my bed. It was the middle of junior year of high school. I was doing nothing with my days once I came home from school. Usually it'd be filled with making YouTube videos, creating, talking to my YouTube friends.
Let's make this song about being friends.
That all disappeared once I gave up YouTube. It was this horrible feeling of emptiness and hollowness. That was because, as I know now, I wasn't doing what I'm meant to do, which is create shit and put it out there for people to see. And because what I did in high school, I gave that all up. And it took me kind of only within the past 6 months to come to realize again that the internet is where I belong. The internet is where I'm supposed to be putting all my stuff up. It's not even in the sense like, oh, I only feel comfortable on the internet, because that's not good either. The internet is my roots. The internet is a hub of creativity. The internet is self-marketing, self-advertising. There's money to be made in the internet. There's connections to be made in the internet. The internet is a blank canvas. I don't know if any of this is making sense. I'm horrible at putting my thoughts into words. To answer your question, the dark ages were because of beer and losing my virginity. And I thought that was it. I was like, this is more fun than anything. I'm gonna be doing this forever. I did that for too long until one day I realized that the very fiber of my being is creating and having people watch it. That's just plain and simple what I'm all about. As pompous asshole as that sounds, people will bust my balls for saying that, but at the end of the day, that's who I am. Being 2 years old at the kitchen table, using Crayola, and that carrying on to my 21-year-old self standing upon Brooklyn rooftop, my dream come true ever since high school, in my very first apartment, making movies, editing, and making music videos. That's all the same goddamn universe, and it's what I love doing. And if you love doing something, then do it all the time. Why would you stray away from it? I get mad at myself sometimes for doing that because I know I lost a lot of the viewers. That this is a testament that you guys are watching this right now, that a lot of you stuck through and supported me through like 5 fucking years, which is insane. So thank you for that message. Thank you for all your support. Thanks for listening to this rant. Alright, that coffee's cold now. So yeah,